What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how to reach optimal pricing for every product that you sell. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, some people saying that you should charge extra, some people saying that you should charge less. At the end of the day, guys, it really comes down to logical reasoning. And I'm going to break down the logical reasoning behind how I price my specific products, and I have a few pictures of examples here. You hear all the time people on YouTube say, charge more for your products, charge more, charge more. Even I've said that, but I've gave it some context, and this video is going to be the context. You shouldn't just blindly charge more for your products. That's not ideal. The default margin that Redbubble allows you is going to be 20%. That's going to be the default number. If you want to change that number, you just navigate to your settings, go to your default pricing, and edit it. You can make it 25% profit. You can make it 30. You can make it 40. You can make it 10. I have an actual way, a strategy to be able to decipher whether you should charge more or charge less for a product. I want to show you guys a few examples here. Look at this t-shirt. Look at this mask. Okay? Look at all these t-shirts here. Look at this one. Right? Look at this. Look at this. There's something special about these designs. Not all these designs, but some of them. Look at this design. I want you to tell me, if you were to be able to rank from creativity and desirability, which one is from the worst to the most. Tell me which one. So for me, I'm going to take this one and place this in number 2. Okay? The mask for me is going to be number 1. This is probably one of the worst, with all due respect. This is the best, or this is better, but there's nothing really necessarily special about it. This is definitely up there for me. Let's just consider this just a store, so let's not even consider this a specific design. And this is up here as well. So we have one that's up here, so this is probably the best. This is also very nice. This is okay. It's normal. There's nothing that's really crazy that sticks out about it. And this is what I call low quality, okay? It wouldn't make sense for a seller, logically, to sell something at a higher cost if it is already low quality. Can we agree on that, guys? I'm going to repeat that once again. Now, this is low quality. This mask is low quality. The design is low quality. I have reasons behind why that is. I'll explain it in a second. My guess is that nobody's going to buy this design, with due respect. This design is low quality. This design there's nothing special about it. It's not good quality. It's not high quality. It's very regular. Very, very regular. It's not low quality, but it's average. I mean, not even average. It's there's nothing special about it. We can agree. Now, when we look at these two designs, these are high quality designs. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. You can look at the artistic nature. You could look at the shadowing, the text. Everything about it is beautiful. So is this one. Very beautiful here. Okay? With that being said, it wouldn't make sense for you to charge the same margin of product for this product as this product. Or this product. This product, I would also place it somewhere here. Okay? So I would say it's better than this one, but I'd place it right here. But it's not better than these two. Okay? In that case, it wouldn't be fair, or not even fair, it wouldn't be logical if you wanted to make some sort of money, some sort of sales, if you were the creator of all these designs to charge the same profit margin, right? But that's what essentially people are hearing, and that's not a good idea to do, okay? What you really want to do is you want to gauge the profit margin of your product by the quality that you're presenting. Because let's face it, how many designs look like this on Redbubble? How many designs look like this? The answer is not that much. This is the top tier in terms of design quality. Well, guess what? These two designs, they should cost more. Instead of 20% margin, maybe 30, maybe 40, maybe 35, whatever the number you want to go with that you're comfortable with, right? This is, I would say, average. There's nothing really special about it, but it's not bad. So I would say just at the default, the 20%. For this one, I would say maybe 19% because, like I said, it's not bad, but it's not special. And you got to think, how can I logically price if I want to get consistent sales? This, with all due respect, I wouldn't even sell a design like this. But if I did, maybe 5% margin, I would go really, really low because there's nothing appealing about this. Now, I'll explain. If you look at this design, okay, there's a few issues. It would have been a good design if this green was transparent, if the blue was transparent, and it was larger, and also the state was marked off correctly. This is titled Alabama. Here is Alaska, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with this design itself. Like, in terms of the art, there's nothing wrong with it. I would say the background, no good. You want to remove all the backgrounds. You want it to be 100% transparent, right? Like, this does not look good. Like, on this phone case, nobody's going to buy this, with due respect. It needs to, I mean, maybe they would buy this, but I don't think anybody would. If I had to bet, and I'm not a betting man, but if I did have to bet, I would say nobody's going to buy this. But if this is your design level, what I would say is charge less, because you need to increase your chance of getting a sale. If this is your design quality and you're at this level, charge more. If you're at this level where you're right in the middle, charge exactly what it normally is, which is 20% default pricing, profit pricing, okay? So, guys, the concept is normal. It's logical. Don't just charge more because everybody tells you to charge more. Think about it logically, right? And what I've started to realize is that we need to start thinking logically about the decisions that we make. We can't just do it blindly. So, from now on, whenever you create more designs into the future, think about it logically. Look at your competition. Is your design the top of the top, the cream of the crop, right? Do they look like this? Are they advanced? Or are they average? Or are they below average, right? You could see here the product doesn't even fit correctly. The design doesn't fit correctly. The background is not transparent. The green and the blue don't really mix. You could tell it's a beginner level design, and that's fine. If your designs are beginner level, that's okay. But you also have to think logically, right? Who's going to buy something like this? You don't want to spend time working on something that's not going to pay you at the end of the day. So, at the end of the day, this is kind of the strategy that I use. Now, something that I will say is what you can do is you can create a spectrum of products. So let's say you have, 100 different variations of this exact shirt, and people are actively searching it, and you're getting traffic. What you need to do is you need to dominate the niche by creating those 100 variations and posting them. And what you should do is you should create a scale of pricing. So let's say if you have 100, do 20 that are below 20% in terms of profit margin. Do some that are above. Do some in the middle, right? If that's what your situation is. And ideally, like I said, the ones that are not as good looking, you want to charge less for. And the ones that are better looking, you want to charge more for. Okay? So it's very simple. Remember, we take logic, and everything I do is a logical approach to when it comes down to Redbubble, because really it is logical. When I say 60 designs a day, guys, do the 60 designs a day. When I say do the tagging research, do the titling, even when we talk about things in the course, a lot of people have told me, hey, you're taking a logical approach to teaching everything in the course. The same thing with these videos. Everything is logic, right? We need to think about things before we actually do it. And the reason why I say that is because we don't want to be convinced by false information, right? There's a lot of information, a lot of propaganda on the internet today where people say, in 30 days, I made $1 million. In 30 days, I made 70 grand, 80 grand doing this brand new business method. I mean, you guys have heard it. I don't have to bring up examples. You guys have heard it hundreds of thousands of times. We need to take a logical approach to everything we're doing. Is it possible to get to these numbers? Is it possible? And guys, everything that I've been teaching is completely possible, right? When I teach about the 60 designs per day, that's possible. That's possible to do it. I'm doing it. There's other people that are doing it. And by the way, speaking of the 60 designs per day, we're releasing a design Redbubble course coming out soon, showing you exactly how to do that 60 designs per day. We're working on that, right? All these different aspects, right? Using an Instagram bot to gain traffic, that's possible. There's other people who've gotten results, not only just me, other people who've gotten sales. That's a possible thing. It's a logical thing, right? So from now on, with everything we do in the future, Let's try to be as logical as possible through approach, and we're going to get more success that way. And what that does, guys, is when we stay logical with our approach, we're not being fooled by the propaganda, because unfortunately that's what happens majority in the business space. Well, not majority, maybe 50% of the people who jump into the business space immediately get fooled. When I used to do consultations, when I had the time to do them about 2 years ago, I would take on clients where they would consult with me, and I would take people from all areas of business, the top and the bottom. The people in the bottom who had not yet succeeded yet had these erroneous ideas about business success. Like, they can be like, I remember these clients that I had, they would say things like, can I quit my job this week starting this brand new business? And any normal person would shake their head and kind of like scratch their head and be like, no, like, you can't quit your job in a matter of a week doing some new business model you found on the internet. It takes time, it takes hard work, it takes a lot of different things. It's not just, it's not as easy as people may make it seem. That's why I say, let's take the logical approach so that we don't get fooled. Right? If we see an ad or a video that somebody says, here's how I made $315,000 in 30 days, and it allowed me to quit my job and drop out of college, that's not realistic. Unless you have many, 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 many years of experience, or unless you have the IQ of Elon Musk. In this case, I have neither. So, well, not neither. I have the years of experience. I had to put in the hard work. But majority of people won't have either. And there's no shame in that. There's nothing wrong in that, but we have to realize that. So I'm going to cut this video where it's at. Hopefully this video kind of gave you some logic behind the pricing. It's a simple video, but sometimes the simple is what matters the most, all right? I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Bye.